So guys, before I begin, I want to talk about three main components of any site. So very first component is a domain. So domain is basically address of your site, like it can be www.abc.com. Okay, and the second component of any site is a hosting server. So hosting server is one where we host all our code. It can be JavaScript code, JavaScript HTML, it can be Angular code, it can be React code, or anything. So how it worked? So let's take an example of HTML. Suppose we write our code in HTML, so basically our site in HTML, and then we host our site and HTML code into an hosting server. And next time when we go to the browser and write our domain name, right, so that domain is basically attached to some server. Think of this way, right? And then when we write a domain name, it requests the HTML or site from the server which is linked to, right? And in the response, that hosting server give the HTML or site back to the domain name. So in our case, we need three things. We need domain, we need a hosting server, or we need a site. It can be HTML or JavaScript. And then we're gonna request all three of them and make this site. Let's do it. Go to namecheap.com. Search for domain you wanna register. Search my awesome domain name. Okay, you can search the domain and then you can find myawesomedomainname.com. It's $8 per year, and there are other options too. You can do myawesomedomain.xyz or whatever, right? But I'll go with buy it cheap, and I'm gonna look for a cheapest option too. Again, I'm looking for buyitcheap.us. It say if you're US citizen or US agent, then only can do it. So I am, so I'm gonna go with this guy. Okay, so once there, I'm gonna just go to checkout and let me complete the boring stuff. So your first part is done, but the second part is the hosting, right? So hosting, there are different options available. So you can host, you can get shared hosting, WordPress hosting, reseller, VPS hosting. We'll talk about all those hosting in the later part, but let's go with the cheapest option, which is the shared hosting. Okay, again we'll go by cheapest plan. I'll go monthly plan. I'll start the stellar plan. Okay, so because we already have a domain, so we can attach with the existing domain. So this is our domain name, buy it cheap to us, and we will just connect to the hosting. So what is going on behind the scene, we'll talk about that later, but for now that's what we're gonna do. And then once we connect it, we're gonna just say add to cart. Again, we got it done. There are other options available, email hosting, this and that. We're not gonna add it for now. And then confirm the order. Here's the fun part now. So once everything is configured and provisions, we have to make sure one thing. So under the dashboard, under the domains, click on the manage, and we need to make sure that the namespace name server is configured as Namecheap Web Hosting DNS. So if we buy the domain and hosting server separately, right, the way I did, then by default it select the basic DNS, but we need to switch it to this one. But if you buy it together, then by default it's gonna be this one. Okay, so after that, go to dashboard, go to the hosting, stellar hosting, and says go to cPanel. Once you go to cPanel, you will see here your domain name's address. Once you click on that, you will see the website is ready to go, but there's nothing yet. Inside the cPanel, let's look for website builder and click on it. Okay, here you go guys. So you have a lot of template to choose from. So I will try to find something which is related to, I don't know, you can change it anytime. So I'll try to find something related to food. Okay, here you go. So you can preview this site. Okay, so So this is the site, about page, contact page, or let's look for services. What is in the service? Financial planning, auto repair, okay, professional cleaning. So let's choose no, let's select this guy only, auto repair. It's actually really nice, easy to use tool. Suppose you want to change auto repair, you want to name your company name here, suppose ABC auto repair, okay, here, and make it center, home, okay, save draft, okay, and then let it do some work. I will not do much changes right now. I'll just say publish. Okay, wait for some time. And if you go back to your site, you should be able to see it. Voila! So this is your site ready. Okay, ABC auto repair. So I know the certificate provisioning is still going on. If you go there, you can check the certificate provisioning is still not done, but it will take some time, but it will be there. So yeah, your site is up and running. So I'll do another tutorial to play with this this awesome tool, but it's the best way to kickstart your website in less than 5 minutes. All you have to do is to take your domain, get a hosting, and use this awesome tool. It's really good tool. You don't have to know anything about the HTML and coding stuff. You just choose a template, do some designing here, and then you are good to go. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you like it. If you like it, just like this video for YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. Bye bye.